Not like me, trauma.
I mean, honestly, I think even earlier than that. I think by 25, most girls have had their heart broke once. I think by 25.
Yeah, I was giving them... Basically, what I'm saying is, right, yeah. Okay, and another reason why women get their heart broken early is because they go for these bad boys, right? And if you're in your 20s and you haven't, the world hasn't hit you hard yet, and a lot of the times they'll date the older guys. Now, there's good guys, older guys which you can date, and they're not going to ruin your heart. Or there's these older guys that are going to show you about something. And then once it all starts to happen, the trauma starts to happen. So all I'm saying to women is, whenever we speak to women, men will lie. Like, initially, it was supposed to be your father or your brother that was going to vet these men that will come into your life. Now, with the absence of fathers in the home and women not having the same relationship with their brothers, there's no one really spitting this game to them. So when you hear it from a man and you're in your 20s or your 30s, it sounds like we're trying to stop you from doing certain things. We're just saying, nah, like, you should have been told this.
I agree with you, to be honest. Like, the way I see it is that I just think a lot of women don't actually understand the men enough. Do you know what I mean? They don't actually fully understand men. So that's why they end up falling into the same traps over and over again.
Do you guys think modern women need men?
Hell yeah.
Everybody.
100%.
Yeah.
No,
everybody. Men need women, women need men. It's how human beings are designed. We're designed to complement each other. And I think I
don't think men need women.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because they would survive without us. We wouldn't survive without them. They run the infrastructure of society. They do all the hard jobs. If we disappeared tomorrow, if outside of reproduction, they would keep living.
Single men are more likely to commit suicide. Single men are more likely to have mental health problems. Single men are more likely to die with depression. There is biological needs for men and women. They need each other. That's how we're designed.
The majority of men haven't reproduced historically.
As in, like, haven't had kids?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by...
Only 40% of men have reproduced historically.
And they're the ones that have survived.
So, I know I said outside of reproduction.
Yeah.
So the whole point is I understand that men would prefer to have a partner, but the whole point is society would keep on going on. If women disappeared tomorrow, it wouldn't be the same for
I think it depends on how you define whether the survival. If it's based on just getting things done, absolutely. But if it's based on having emotional kind of security, I don't think anybody can. I don't think any human can literally live a happy life if they don't have a connection with the opposites or somebody that they're in love with.
I think that's a female point of view, like because there's a whole group of men that are walking away from relationships. It's called MGTOW, and a lot of the You never
the ones that like red pill.
No, that's red pill's a different sector. Men going their own way. They're walking away from relationships because they just don't think women bring much to the table anymore.
Is it that women don't bring much, or they can't get the woman that they want?
What percent of women are virgins and 22 and want to get married in traditional nowadays?
But not all men want that. I think that's great, but I don't think all men need that.
I mean, historically, that is always what men have wanted.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't think now that's the essential criteria of what you want and what you need. What you need is you do need companionship. Men don't have an outlet. They can't talk to their friends about things. They can't talk to anybody about their emotions. When
you
they
guys
have
feel
a woman.
Like you can talk to your friends? What's better, talking to your friends or talking to your woman about your emotions?
I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna look to the camera and say, guys, do not talk to your girlfriend about your emotions.
Why do guys say this? I feel like that's a lot of red pill talk.
No, I mean seriously, if you want to keep her,
I'd have to disagree, bro. Yeah. I think when you find a real one, then you can talk to her about anything.
Yeah.
So there's some things that men are supposed to be in women's eyes, and there's some things that are never supposed to see. And your woman's not supposed to see you cry. I don't care if your family passes away, you're not supposed to cry. And it's not because you're not emotional. You come and cry to me, come and cry to your boy, come and cry to your sister. You do not cry to your woman. There's sometimes like women, it's not their fault. They just like hypergamous inside their body. It's not their fault. When that thing when women say I get the ick, they won't even understand why they do it. But seeing you crying with the snot down your face dripping, have you seen your face when you cry?
There's studies,
do you know what you look like?
There's studies that have confirmed this too.
But there's
where
a difference.
Women lose respect for men after they see them cry.
Trust me.
I think once you find a real one though, like a proper ride or die, then it don't matter.
You won't know she's a ride or die till you cry. Are you willing to risk it?
I've cried in front of my girl.
Yeah.
I just know that what she requires for me is not seeing me cry. and no woman requires that. My mum doesn't require seeing her son cry. Like, it doesn't mean men cannot cry. Like, I'm saying cry to your friend, go and speak to your boy, but I'm not saying to you not to speak to them.
I wouldn't cry with my boys. Like,
okay, but how often do you cry in front of your girl?
Oh, I mean, it's like very rarely.
How often? How long have you been together?
Coming up to a year.
Okay, so in a year,
Like
how
what already? What are you crying about in a year? What happened? Pandemic.
It was family bereavement.
Okay, sorry.
No.
And that's what I was saying. Like, even that in itself, I was like, not even a family bereavement. And I want to say it to men, because women don't understand why they do a lot of the things that they do.
But I think there's a difference between being vulnerable and being emotional. We hate emotional. Emotional just means you're overreacting emotionally to a situation that you're now removing logic. So if a guy gets really emotional, like I've been in a situation where a guy gets so emotional about maybe something on social media, whatever it is, he loses his masculinity. He's overreacting. That's a disproportionate response. But vulnerability is opening up, and that leads to connection.
Okay, but the question is at what point? So at what point is crying too much?
It's just when it's disproportionate to the situation.
Right,
if you're
but
crying
how does he know what's disproportional?
He doesn't. We do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
we do,
So
yeah.
no, but this is, and it's based off of how we feel
About masculinity.
No, but at what point? And that's the thing. Like, it's confusing to men because every woman's different based on how she feels, and also it's. At what point is it too much?
I think there's objective measures of what would be too much. Like if it's a family bereavement, I think most women would understand. But if it's like, your cat's upset and then you get a lot upset.
What if he's just really stressed out at work?
It's a disproportionate response to cry over stress at work. That would be disproportionate.
And men, this is why I said do not cry. Because
about what? What are you crying for?
No, because
there's context.
Because crying already, work can make you cry. Like you can. I'm sure you've had very stressful days, and
You
lost your. You know what I mean? Like so. Once you tell me I can cry, you don't get to tell me what I can cry about. Exactly. Like, so I come to you and I'm like, look.
It's not something we tell you. It's just your masculine energy will dictate what makes you cry.
You should figure it out yourself.
But it doesn't dictate to you what
your
gives you...
level of masculinity will dictate that.
It doesn't dictate to you what gives you the ick. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah, I may feel like I can cry because I've lost my channel and I put lots of work into building something and there's an empire and now it's lost and you don't understand how that makes me feel and it's really doing something to me and you're like, it's YouTube. What are you worrying about? It's Instagram. But you don't know what I built. So I start crying over this because I was looking at the media company and the empire I was going to build and the network and you just looking at me like, get over it, right?
If she gets the ick over that and she understands the context behind it, like this is my life, I've built this thing, it means a lot to me and I'm upset by it. If she gets the ick over that, then she's not the right girl.
No, but once again, what you're saying is,
But that sounds nice, but I just don't think it's honest.
It's not.
It's not like it sounds nice, but in general, women lose respect for men when we see them cry, and we can pretend we don't, but it's just.
So why would I say to someone, just cry and risk it all? I already know something. She may not. Why would I want to test it out? I just know men are not supposed to be crying in front of their girl for no reason. And that might be a reason to me, but the fact she said to me, you can cry, but you can only cry about certain things. And I'm not going to tell you what those certain things. Your masculinity needs to let you know what you're allowed to cry about. Just don't cry, bro.
But that's like, but the thing is,